What's up, guys? This is Hyce, and my camera is still not turned on. There it is. And it turns out that the new plugin that I was gonna try is not working because there's just a white square right there. It's not supposed to be there. Here, make your meme templates. That was going to be cool. But, that was the first test. Oh, goodness. Well, we're gonna leave it on, because I see what's happening here, John Deere boy. Is it gonna do the thing? I don't know if it's gonna work. No. No. It's just a box. It's supposed to be playing a video of me blowing a train whistle, but life's hard. We'll test that again sometime soon. Let me just go turn that off on all the different things. Okay. Anyways, welcome, guys. Welcome to Office Hours for July 2023. And as you see in the title, this is actually the 100th live stream we've done on the channel. I had no idea. I was just checking through analytics and realized that I only had 99 today, and it was like, okay, well, this is 100. And that is with, like, restarts and stuff, so, like, is it the 100th attempt? Not necessarily, but it's the 100th video file. So here we are. Welcome, and of course we're going to be answering your railroad questions today. We're going to be joined by a lot of fun folks in chat, but I can see that the top chats are already coming, and I wish the thing worked, because darn it, I spent a little time on that. Oh well. Redline Overload Productions, t-shirt idea, I feel the need for beans. It's a fun idea. We're working on overhauling the store, and we'll see how things go. Blues Crew gifting 5 memberships. Howdy, Blues Crew. John Deere boy. Yes, hello. 100 live streams while celebrations are in order. And by celebrations, of course, I mean let's break the economy. Cheers to you, mate. Jack Morgan, stream in the background while you're making a Reuben pizza. Oh, that sounds tasty. Official Denver and Rio Grande Western YouTube channel. Hey, Hyce, was going to shitpost on Carl, but what is there to meme anyway? Probably rewatch this on your plane ride to New York on Sunday. Cheers. Cheers to you. Average Modeler. Evening, Hyce. Hope you're having a great day. Have you seen the RAIB footage of the Peterborough incident? Passenger train going through 25-mile-an-hour switches at 76 mile an hour. No, I have not. Good God. Ping me in Discord with that. I'd love to see that. Random Snick. Dang, 6 months already. Yeah, 6 months. Happens fast. Thank you for being a brakeman. And Evil Me with 5 memberships gifted. Anyways, guys, I'm going to join us in Discord here. I'm actually going to change my settings again. I always forget to do this. I want to be on voice activity. So here we are. We're going to be joined by Caboose, Jersey, Mickley, Midland, and Goose. And perhaps some more friends. But hello. Say hello, people.
Hello. Hi.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hello, this is Mark.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello.
Hey, Mark. How are you doing, Mickley?
Hello, this is Mark.
Oh, hold on.
Don't give Mickley any ammo in the edit, because he will take it and he will run with it. Always.
Give him all the ammo.
Hello, this is Mark.
If somebody doesn't remix that to be over Adele's "Hello," I'm gonna be very sad. Hello. Anyway. Got a couple more top chats coming in. Evil Me, 100 streams. You're surprised the network hasn't canceled this program yet. Me too, man. It's crazy. The Sexy Mantis. You've been around for 6 months. Hot damn. Apparently you have. Thank you for being around. Pilot Pegasi gifting 5 memberships. You guys are off to a rocket start here today. Northwesterner, fireman for 6 months as well. Half a year of enjoying the wonderful content you make. Proud to be a part. I sincerely appreciate you guys as always. Jordan Freeman.
I should be at a year at this point. I'll have to check.
Jordan Freeman, I feel the need for steam with Grandma upside down with her cab above Peaches and her cab. That's a fun idea. We're not likely to go too Mimi into the shirts until we see how the new store does, which Leighton gave me a quote for all of the things we wanted to do, and it was just like, so we're figuring that out still, because it turns out owning inventory sucks and is expensive. So we're gonna get through that. New store will be coming soon. Anyway, I see we still got a couple more top chats, but I want to get some questions asked and answered. So we're gonna start on that track. Of course, this is office hours where we do railroad questions, Q&A of whatever variety. If you have questions that are non-railroad, like by all means, whatever. We may or may not get to them, but the lovely folks here in Discord have other experiences than me, may be able to answer some of them, and as well, they're going to be reading through the chat and grabbing the questions that we don't get to. But, of course, I asked last month what questions you guys have, and we got through about a third of them, so we're going to keep on going. 300-pound Baseman asks, a question for you for the live stream. Why are steam engines referred to her, except big boys? Just wondering. Well, it's a naval tradition that steam locomotives ended up kind of carrying over. A ship is always a her, and many steamships, many ships got steam engines, and then steam locomotives, etc. It's just that kind of tradition. Almost everything comes from naval tradition the more you look at it. If it's in aviation or railroading or whatever, the first time we traveled and did things with big machines was kind of on the sea. So
kind of elaborating on that, imagine the mental state of a bunch of men who have not seen women for months.
The only thing we have to love is this big steamy lass. Yeah, pretty much.
Is that why they put the woman out on the bow? Carving?
Kinda, maybe.
The mism, is that the proper term?
Figurehead.
The prow. It's
Prow.
a figurehead on the prow of the ship.
Okay, I've been outvoted. Okay. All right, JW Gaming 6001 asks, hey Hyce, love the content, can't wait to see what videos you have in the works. My question is this, if given a blank check to run any of the major standard gauge steam locomotives on the main line, which one would you pick and where would you run it to/from? And they note that their choice would be the 261 from St. Paul to Seattle, or if the 1218 would run again from Birmingham to Roanoke. My ultimate foamer boner is one of two things, and I would gladly take the dice roll on either. It would be the 4014 at tonnage over Sherman Hill, either direction, don't care, or the SP 4449 with a full daylight consist, the 17 car, whatever it is, morning daylight down the coast. Actually, that one's way more sexy.
That would be really cool.
That's way more sexy than the big boy, but the big boy would just give the biggest childish grin of look at freight cars. But yeah.
Well, remember they did that in '85 for the World's Fair with the 49.
Yeah, and that was 9 years before I was born, so
Well, yeah,
I haven't gotten to exactly experience that, friend. But Bayfish 9156. If I didn't know, there's small rolling stock and railroads online now. I did know, and they're actually really cool prototype. It's really neat to see them in the game. Unfortunately for me, they didn't really add any gameplay experience other than just foaming at the new cars. So I haven't bothered to play with them because the game is frustrating otherwise. So
if I might interject with a question from the live stream chat on
Go for
the topic of RO. This is from Tires on Fire. They got a blue silver lantern. Is the RO series with Khan done, and can we get the map in its final form?
I can ask Khan about the map. We're trying to find other stuff to play it because, just to be totally transparent, we really don't neither of us enjoy playing Railroads Online right now. When you get more of a map set up, it's so laggy, it's glitchy, it's got all these frustrating things, and the updates don't really focus on what we need. And so it's like, I've had many a person say that they don't like listening to us be mad about stuff on YouTube, and like they want to see, like when Derail Valley was so awesome, everyone was like, oh my god, this is the heist that we love, that is excited about train stuff, not, you know, dying inside at trying to deal with whatever. And Railroads Online is not helpful for that. So so yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's completely done. We might pick it back up if there's like a big update or something that's worth our time. But you'll see this weekend we're playing Steam and Steel and Roblox together, and starting with that. Spoilers.
Also,
so
fun Hyce moments in Derail Valley episode coming soon to a home theater near you.
Very fun heist moments in Derail Valley. Our own hubris catches up to us. It was that was earlier today. I filmed that, and that was hilarious. Yeah, like talk about like just the perfect timing. Yeah, that's just, you're gonna love it. Theoretically tomorrow, assuming Mick gets his job done, and I'm sure he will. He's a good.
Do we
he's
count
a good
this
man.
as a derail or me suffering for my own hubris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Let me get to these top chats that are rolling in. A101A conductor for 10 months. 10 months. 2 more until Gold Lamp. Also, have you seen the insanity of the San Diego and Arizona Railroad? Is that the one that had the giant F-off trestle?
It sounds right, yeah.
There's some railroad that has a name somewhat like that's in Arizona, somewhat like that had like the freaking massivest wood trestle. It may not be that one. So I'm not sure.
I think it was, because it ran into Mexico too for a little bit of its line.
We're running to Mexico. Yes, that's
Well,
fun.
wreck the goddamn.
Wreck the goddamn train anyway.
And there's also a bunch of old Metra cars down there that were supposed to run on the Mexico only section. It's weird. And then tunnels collapsed and they just stopped.
Interesting.
I
Croom.
think like
Go ahead, Midland. Sorry.
I think like one of the California Railroad museums is out there. Like they have a campus that connects to that line or something.
Cool. Well, we'll have to A108 1A ping me in Discord about what you wanted to say about it, so I make sure I can see it. Because yeah, I'd love to learn more. Croom. Oh my. 7 months. That's 212 days. 510 hours. Or sorry, 5,110 hours. 306,600 or 1.84 E plus 7 seconds, whatever that means. Anyways, scientific notification, yeah. Or notation, sorry. Will there be music? And cheers to you, your 100th stream. Well, thank you. There will be music because we got the final version of 12-string done, and ES&D engineers and firemen got to hear it in Discord, but we haven't played it live, and they didn't watch me play it, so we'll fire things up and have a little fun at the end here, for sure. Thade! Oh no, Mark is back to talk about streaming things. Anyways, the 491 is still upright, so he's doing something right. Yeah, somehow, knocking on wood, knocking on wood, knocking on wood, knocking on wood, somehow we've not put her in the dirt. Tom! Finally got the blue lamp.
She is threatened to, knocking on wood.
Well, I mean,
but-
yeah, she picked her one wheel up, but that's not the dirt, that's the sky.
Also, when she was gapping the track out.
That's fine. It's fine. The average modeler, it's in the general Discord chat. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Thank you. Nate Robinette, welcome to the conductors. Washington Rail fan member for 4 months. Hey, Hyce, good to see you today. I hope that today will be a good stream. Also, do you have any B-roll footage? Dude, I save everything. I have like six terabytes of video. It's a problem. Yes, I have B-roll.
EBT.
Oh yeah, I gotta send that to you, don't I? Right.
Mhm.
There's all sorts of memes that we filmed at the East Broad Top that we never posted that we gotta get to.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm waiting.
we've all
He
been
has
waiting.
to send me the footage. He hasn't
I know.
sent it
I
yet.
haven't sent it
5
to Mick Lee.
months. It's been
It's-
5 months.
Life's
Shame.
hard, Jersey.
Shame.
Okay, that just means it's gotten funnier. They've aged like a fine wine.
Yes.
Exactly.
Sean J Animations. Hey Mark, hope you're doing well. Thanks for all the info you've been giving you in Discord. Excited to hear some of these questions. Excellente. And Peregrina joining the ES&D engineers. The special thing for ES&D engineers is still underway, so make sure you get me some details, Peregrina, by the way. So I need to finish that up, but we've been really busy lately. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, we haven't live streamed in like almost 2 weeks. So
That's because you wanted this to be the 100th. Don't lie.
I didn't know, and literally until earlier today, that this was going to be the 100th. But anyway. Strasbourg Railfan 90. Wow, 1 year already. Anyway, you wanted to ask how locomotive class lights work, specifically how you select between white and green. Oh, that's a great question. I don't think I can really demonstrate that. I can pull up a picture and kind of show you, but like I can't demonstrate it. Yes. Look, it's a picture of me having a glorious hair day in front of 491. Yeah. Anyway, so these are Handlin class lamps that we have on 491. They were originally burner style that got converted to electric, because you can see they still have the chimney tops on them, but then they've got electrical wiring running into them, so they're powered by a switch in the cab. And there's a white Fresnel lens here, or a clear white Fresnel lens, and then on the back side there's a green Fresnel lens. And you press up on the bottom of this, and the actual interior with the lenses can spin. And so you can spin at 180 by pressing up in there, and some of them work better than others. They're all old artifacts, so it's a bit of a challenge usually. But they're pretty neat. And the significance of that is that the white lenses are for an extra train to denote that you're not on timetable. So normally you have like timetabled train. This is a train that runs from Denver to Salida. It does this, bang, and it stops these things, whatever. Timetabled train. And then sometimes you go, well, shoot, we have a bunch of random extra cars that got to go somewhere else, whatever. We don't have a schedule or whatever. Oh, of course, Dusty's now correcting me because I can never remember how to do this. Thankfully, Dusty's here. Doesn't push up on the lamps. You just turn. Okay, well, look at that. Dusty's made these. He needs to make them again.
Dusty, the lantern expert.
Make them again. Do you know how many people want to buy your class lamps? Post in chat if you want to buy an expensive pair of class lamps that Dusty's made. Anyways, I want to.
Is he texting you?
He is literally texting me. There's a spring-loaded lever to rotate. What pushes up and then rotates is the light shield. There you go. From the man, the myth, the legend, Dusty Thompson himself. Okay. So I'm wrong. What else is new? I don't know much.
The whole cat wants class lamps now.
I'm sure that they do. This is just me poking Dusty because I have been poking Dusty about making more class lamps because I want some. I know Casey wants some, and they're like getting original Handlins. They're super expensive, and Dusty makes beautiful reproductions that are not easy to make. And they're still not cheap, but they're amazing. So anyway, but yeah,
when you say not cheap, how much we talking of not cheap?
I don't remember what he prices, and I don't want to like say what his price is so people get the wrong idea. But I want to say it was on the order of about $1,000 ish for. I can't remember if that's for one or for a pair, but like sets of them go for a lot more than that. And I mean, they're a really complicated and rare railroad artifact. So like, even the amount of time he has to put in to make them, like I get why he doesn't do it or hasn't done it in a while because they're not simple to make. But anyway, just more prodding. Dusty, make these. Come on. Anyway, yeah. So white lens, extra train. If you're not on the schedule, you're running extra. It's nighttime. You carry the white lenses on. If it's daytime, you need to have flags. Not my hair. Flags. And then the green lens is to say that you are the first, or that there is a following section, if many, of your train. So you'll say, okay, well, I have a timetabled train. It's train 215, say, whatever, passenger train. But we had so many cars that we couldn't pull it with just this one train, so we're running it in two sections. We split it up, and there's going to be a following section that's going to be running. And so the lead train will run green markers and green flags, if day or night, right? To say, hey, I'm not the only one of these. There's going to be another one. And then the second section will come and it won't have the green to say, hey, I'm at the end. Or if there's 3 sections, another set of greens. And then finally the last train comes with nothing. And that way people know, oh, okay, they had to split the train up. We can see that just clearly by lamp and everything like that. Because this was in the era when you couldn't just bolt on more horsepower. So, good question. Trains and more random stuff. Brakeman for 5 months. We don't need OSHA where we're going. Yeah, you probably want it, though. just saying. You may not need it, but you probably want it. Deck Boss Max, welcome to the Brakeman. The Pirate Pilot, fireman for 4 months. Howdy, Hyce, or do you prefer Mark? I respond to both. We were at Brakeman training like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and president of the Colorado Railroad Museum, president of the board, James, was calling for me, and I didn't hear him for whatever reason, and so he just goes, "Hey, Hyce!" And I was like, "Yeah, what?" Called me by name, didn't get me. Said Hyce, yeah, he got me. So either way. Let's see. What's my opinion on American 3-cylinder steam? It's kick-ass. And here's a fun fact. SP410-25021 was actually considered for the AFT. Well, that would have been super cool.
That would have been super cool.
Dude, those things are like, I love 3-cylindered American steam. The 5021, the 9000s, so cool. I've always loved those things.
Weird or funky, yeah.
Slightly weird or funky. 5021 and the 9000s are like a small amount weird. There's some stuff that's a lot weird. Like, if it's weird enough that I go, ooh, I raise an eyebrow and get all excited, yes. I like that. If it's weird enough that I just go, I don't like that.
I think my favorite weird is your, like, what the fuck face look.
Good. That's Goose is into the weird trains, okay? Anyway.
Yeah.
That one G-Scaler, what's the reason UK Steam has quieter whistles? The whistle rule between the US and the UK is just so different. And the physical reason that they are quieter is that they're smaller in diameter, typically. Obviously, there's some UK engines that have chime whistles and whatever, and this very much depends on what engine you're talking about, because there's plenty of Steam in the US that has quieter sounding whistles. It just depends, but typically over here, you know, we're talking about running across the plains, running across large expanse of nothingness in America, which is also the reason you have engineer versus driver, and that's a whole nother thing, but we have lots of terrain to cut through, and we might have lots of random crap that we need to warn that there's a train coming, right? And so our whistles are loud and all that stuff, but the UK is so dense, and you'd be so annoying being in London if every train whistled off for everything. Are you kidding me? You'd go nuts. So there's a reason why, you know, the culture at first is a little different, and then physically, a smaller diameter whistle makes a quieter sound than a larger diameter one, unless, of course, your language gap is just ridiculous and you're just dumping steam out of it and then making awful fart sounds. But, you know, that's a whole nother thing, so...
Speaking of awful fart sounds,
What?
spoilers.
Are you gonna make farts, or are you going to
No,
post a clip of the EBT 17's whistle being blown from today? Because that was cool as
I
hell.
was talking about Sunday's video.
We're talking about which video?
Sunday's video.
Oh, Sunday's video? Oh, yes.
Yes.
yes, that did happen, didn't it? Forgot about that.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, that's you're gonna have fun with that. Mick's gonna have fun editing this weekend, guys. So,
Gee, I got all the funny sounds.
oh god, we're gonna have Con farting in our soundboards.
Excuse me?
Oh boy, not actually farting, just making fart noises with his mouth. Because we're adults here. Gaming Doggo 66, the only great thing after turning 16. Yay! Well, happy birthday. I'm glad you're here. Darknut96, speaking of games, try Generation Zero. I'll have to give it a shot. Modius, what's my favorite and funniest 3/4 episode? You're gonna make me pick one? There's so many stupid moments in that whole show. I always love watching those back. The first one, the every engine got stuck in the snow, is classic. The CB locomotive chase rivals it, though, I think, from this season.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Upcoming, you guys breaking me with Stan Rogers might be the funniest single moment of the entire show to ever happen.
You didn't even... Oh, God, do we spoil that you didn't know?
No.
It's obvious that I didn't know. I mean, I gave the... like stray cat reaction to it. Yeah.
Since he spoiled it, he didn't know who Stan Rogers was.
Didn't. Had no clue.
Excuse me?
I know.
It would
Really?
be-
Yeah.
We have to mention Leighton getting just destroyed.
Leighton's face getting ruined by limes is pretty solid. And then of course the mining consortiums. The mining consortium. Yes.
All the classic bits.
All those bits all in one. So yeah, for a total episode, like the whole episode just being a ride, it's probably the RGS in the snow or the CB locomotive chase. But for moments, like, yeah, the Leighton Lime, the mining consortiums. But there's all sorts of gold all the way through. So I hope you guys enjoy that and all that stuff. So anyway.
Gold. Yearly Gymnast 98. Engineer.
Doubloons.
8th month as an engineer. G'day, Hyce and company. Happy to say that you've put your first hours in at the Boone in Scenic Valley. Awesome. You've been wondering, how do you alt the CRM/Class 1 stores cars power? Is there planning involved? Us at the CRM, we are 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. So we like put them where they can go. So yeah, like it's we put stuff where it can fit. And there's like sometimes there's like, okay, we want to have this here, but then you kind of have to figure out from there what to do. But class ones, man, there is a hope and a prayer maybe of a plan somewhere, maybe. So there's less planning in some aspects, like physically where it goes, not so much. What trains it runs on, there's actually a lot of planning involved. Like there were calls every day, like 2 or 3 times a day between the power desk, the shops, and then the actual yard. And that was just for Seattle. And we'd figure out, okay, well, what trains are we doing? How are we going to power them up and all that stuff? And that's a whole crazy coordination piece. Oh, let's see. Dusty has responded, by the way, on class lamps. Last time he made them, they were $800 a piece. But glass has gone up in price, so the raw materials and parts, if he ever makes them again, ever, right, would be $1,000 each or more. Yeah, it's about right, because they're not a simple thing to make.
Did he say that's just for the parts, not even counting labor?
Oh, I think that's what he would charge for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the raw parts have gone up because he has to... Some of the stuff he's not capable of making yet, so he has to cannibalize off of cheaper or surplus lanterns and whatever. So, anyway. Thade, fireman for 6 months. You know, Mark, I think there's a very good reason your last name is Huber. Sounds far too much like hubris. It must mean something. You must have been in my high school English 101 class for making that joke as soon as we learned that vocab word, because that's all I heard for like the next 3 months.
Do we count this as a derail or me suffering for my own hubris?
Precisely.
Uber is, yeah.
Yes. Bruce the Batcat. What do I think of the Black Mesa and Lake Powell? I know nothing of it. Educate me.
Black Mesa research?
I was going to say.
Okay.
This is Black Mesa.
This is time for my autism to show. The Black Mesa and Lake Powell was one of very, very few electrified freight railroads in the United States up until recently when it shut down.
The Milwaukee Road?
Shut up. No. It used old NDM E60CO, CM, or whatever. Freight, electrics, blah, blah, blah. It was really cool, and it was an isolated line in the middle of, I believe, Arizona or New Mexico.
That's
and they
rad.
Just put it down. So, but yeah, no, it was actually a really cool little operation out there.
Judging from the name, I would guess New Mexico. Now, granted, I know
actually,
nothing great.
both Arizona and New Mexico.
Okay,
Neat.
I will trust Midland on that one because I really
Actually,
don't
hold
know.
on, never mind. My county's wrong. It's just Arizona.
Just Arizona. Okay.
Yeah, up near Lake Powell, actually, really close to the Utah border, and at one end.
See, I know things.
You know too many things somehow always, Jersey, and it always impresses me.
Next month. All right. You'll get to experience it
God.
in person.
When we have Jersey on the 3/4 show and we all die.
Yeah.
Jersey's just gonna have
Try
all
me
the
at Jeopardy.
points.
Jersey will just clean the house. Just ridiculous. All right.
Oh,
I need
man.
to get to these bottom of these top chats, man. Nazu wanted to quickly ask, me and my family are heading out west and driving for vacation. What museums are fun to visit during early November near Nevada, Colorado, and Utah? Congrats on getting to 100 streams. Well, thank you. Obviously, the Colorado Railroad Museum. I don't know what parts of Nevada you're referring to, because Nevada Northern might still be running. Nevada State Railroad Museum is awesome. They got a lot of cool stuff there. And that's Nevada, of course. Utah, I know there's some stuff in Ogden. There is the
Heber Valley.
Heber Valley, which is a little bit further out there. And
worth
then,
it, though.
yeah, it's Heber Valley's probably as good of a visit as Nevada Northern in some aspects, and they're probably still running.
They have a lot more stuff than you would think. Like,
right.
I went and visited, and there is so much more. Like, everything I'd ever heard about the Heber Valley was just a small operation, but they've been running just for so long, and they have so many neat things there.
It'd be cool to see. And then, of course, Promontory Summit. I know I've been executed over that by my friends that deal with that. Promontory Summit, you know, they've got the 2 replica engines, then they do the whole Golden Spike thing. So those are the ones off the top of my head, as far as like museums and easy like attractions to see. But you know, if you're planning on more time, like there's plenty of tourist railroads in Colorado that are kick-ass, but it's a whole nother conversation. Let's see. Oh goodness, yeah, I've still got a ways to go here. Mason Kuykendall, maybe I got that. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Crikey. Brakeman for 6 months. Honk! Just for you, Goose, apparently.
Thank you.
Jacob S. First stream we could make it to. Glad I have some time. When would you say is the best time to visit the museum you'd love to go sometime? The best time? When we're running Steam is usually the funnest. And the calendar of that is on the museum's website, and it's also on the Hyce Stop Leaking Stuff, please channel of the Discord. Join the Discord if you haven't. Plug. Yeah, Narrow Gauge Convention is going to be fun. It's going to be super busy. September weekends are bad because it's Day Out with Thomas. November, December is weird because we're doing Polar Express, and that, like, you'll see Steam up, but it'll be cold and weird, and we'll be in weird hours and whatever. So, like, honestly, whenever you can come out, it's fun. I mean, obviously, if you want to come see, like, Steam, then that's one thing, but, you know, that's always fun. So, come out and say hi. It is, side note, it is shocking how regular people coming to say hi at the museum has gotten. It has, like, exponentially increased. Yesterday, I was at the shop on a Thursday, and I'm working on lapping some parts in the 20. And I had 6 people come up and ask for Hyce at the shop. 6 different groups of people, not just 6 different people. And it was just like, this is a Thursday. 6 groups of people on a Thursday? Like, didn't even know what to say. So it's always fun and rewarding to get to chat with you guys at the shop. So come say hi.
I didn't get to mention I got recognized in a Wawa the other day. I was wearing my Grand shirt and my Van Halen hat, and someone recognized me the other day.
You can only be one person. You're in the state of New Jersey, and you have Grand Halen going on.
You can only be the one.
Oh my god! Oh.
That's hilarious. I do have to say, I've only been recognized outside of a train event thing one time, and I was out at lunch with a couple new volunteers after volunteer orientation, and we're just sitting down after we just got our drinks waiting for our burgers at Freddy's, and the guy's just like, "Oh, hey, Hyce." She's like, "What?" "I'm not at a train place. How do you know me?" Which was hilarious. And then, of course, they were like, do you know him? And I'm like, nope. No clue who that was. Some guy. You might be watching right now. Hey you, if I met you. Never got his name. Or he probably told me his name, but I'm the worst with names, so I was not cut out for this job. Anyway. Bayfish91. Hey, Hyce. Love your vids. Want to say you're my favorite channel. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it, and thanks for being a brakeman. GamerBoy10272003 just started watching. Have you tried the S060 in Tyrrell Valley yet? Yes, I have. you'll see tomorrow. It goes poorly, shall we say? It's in my career playthrough, but yeah, we'll have to have some fun with that. And you know, if people are interested in seeing it on stream, I'd be happy to start a new stream as well and do some Deer Valley things after this. So, just saying. Jordan Freeman, Google Diesel Ice Shays. I've been there, done that. Got the T-shirt. I've seen them. Yeah, those are hilarious things. Walker Colt, good heavens. Great to catch another stream of yours and buy yourself a beer on me or stuff for model trains. Why, thank you, friend. Seriously. I'm presently enjoying...
It's definitely going towards model trains. Let's be real.
Let's... Dark Rider, wherever you are, Dark Rider, you son of a bitch. He sends me these eBay lists. Like, Leighton finally stopped. Leighton has not been trying to aid and abet my model train problem. But Dark Rider pointed out...
Well, that's because he succeeded last time he tried.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Dark Rider pointed out that there's a bunch of PBL models on eBay recently, and I definitely bought like 9 train cars for SN3 on eBay. So, but the PBL ready-to-run cars don't come up all that often. And then there were 2 brass pipe guns on eBay at the same time. Like, pipe gun, my beloved. Come on, think of the memes. So, thank you.
Metal pipe sound effect.
Yeah, metal pipe sound effect. Anyone? Bueller?
I don't wanna.
I don't have it.
Oh my
Yours is the
god.
one who has
Technically, like,
do I have it? This would have been
shit,
funny
I
if
have
it
it.
was
Hold on.
timed,
I don't
but
have it. It's on Jersey's own personal.
I
There we
found
are.
it. I found it in Brett's friend's Rainbow Six Siege server. So how do you like them apples? All right.
Oh, here it is. Found it.
You're late, but you changed your name to Grand Halen, so I'm here for
I
it.
didn't do that. Who the heck did that?
Who
No,
do you
you
think did that?
Oh, whoever did that made me derail my 060. Great.
I'm
It
glad.
blew
Oh
up.
yeah, that's why you derailed.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked away.
We'll get to the bottom of these top chats at some point. Looney loves the South Park. Welcome to the Brakeman. Darknut96, look up the UK GT3 locomotive. It's not a Steamy. Let me see. I don't know what that is.
I think it's one of the steam turbines.
A GT3?
So-
It is a steam turbine.
And you know, if you search GT3, fun
Yeah.
fact, all you get are pictures of GT3 cars, which I should have
I thought the
expected.
GT3 engine was a gas turbine.
It's a gas turbine. yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
it's a gas turbine. Okay.
What?
GT.
Yeah.
Gas
Okay,
turbine.
but with roller bearing connecting rods?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
think it used the frame of a
460
Black-
tender diesel.
Yeah,
It's
used
not
the
a diesel,
frame
it's a
from
gas
Black
turbine.
Five or
With
something.
gas engine. I don't give a shit. How
What-
about that?
What?
I don't care.
Why does it have a tender?
Because it used the frame of a Black 5 as the basis for it, if I remember right.
Because they didn't have
They
any
were
fuel capacity
converted!
in there.
That was converted. I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it.
Also, is this a bad time to mention that there's still more SN3 PBL models?
Yeah, we're not. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sure that they're still there. This is a bad time, Midland. Don't you make me spend more money.
Hey, I mean, you don't always have to spend money to get stuff.
It's true. It's true.
Phrasing?
I checked the tracking today, Jersey, and it said that it updated to be delivered today, but I haven't seen heads or tails of it, and also from New York in a day. I didn't quite believe. So we'll see what it turns out.
Well, let me check my app. It says it's in Keysby, New Jersey. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's been stolen. Yeah, what Jersey's getting at, and I'm very excited for this, and I'm also honestly touched. Jersey bought me a guitar. This is, mind you, after I've already bought Jersey a guitar 8 months ago-ish now, for Christmas.
God, it's been that long.
I know, it's been that long. About 8 months ago, he was posting over guitars, and I think this was when you were unemployed, but it was like, oh, that's cheap enough. You know what? Jersey's a good friend. I can afford to do this nice thing for my friend. And so I bought Jersey a guitar, and then got to play it at East Broad Top, which was very fun. But then Jersey just out of the blue Discord DMs me and goes, "Now we're even, you son of a bitch." And I was just like, this isn't allowed. This is supposed to be charity one way. You can't buy me a guitar. I've been successful in not acquiring a new guitar all year, and now here I am, and now Jersey's bought me a yeah, so, anyway. I'm excited because it's a Floyd Rose guitar. Jersey was very thoughtful, and it's a guitar that I do not have. Like, I have no functionality that this guitar will fulfill. So that means that I'm probably going to write and play new things, like just kind of like this guitar. Like, this baritone Squire that I have was new, and it does different things than any of my other guitars, and I've written a bunch of cool stuff with it because of that. So it's a very thoughtful and sweet thing, and I will be forever smiling at that. So we'll see when it shows up. We'll have to do a Hyce Studio video about it.
Yay!
Train Lover, welcome to the Brakeman. Jordan Freeman, Jersey's part of the autistic population like you. Also, go eat pineapple pizza, Jersey.
Come on! Why? I try and be nice. I was trying to be nice.
We're just we're out of order. We're out of order here.
Jersey, go check VC text.
I think all of us are on some level. At least all of us here.
Oh, of course that was you, Mick.
Of course it was. Grand Halen. The Grand Halen, yes.
Now you can feel better.
GP30 Foamer, 9 months. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Morphior, hey, Hyce in chat. Hello to you as well. Colton's Taylor, hell yeah, the Grand Halen Railroad in New Jersey. I need something lettered for the Grand Halen now in speed lettering. Grand
Halen. It needs to
Halen.
be like the Van Halen splash.
It needs. I need like an oxide red hopper that's got white and black stripes, but it's got flying Grand Halen down the side of it.
Okay, hear me out.
Somebody art this.
Okay, hear me out. We get the black and orange Locomotive, but instead of having tiger stripes on the front and back, it's just
crazy random Van Halen stripes.
Crazy stripes.
Yeah. Yeah, we like this. We like this idea.
Derail Valley people, get to it.
Yeah, somebody give us the Grand Halen in Derail Valley. Oh Jesus, yeah.
So wait, where does the Grand Halen fit in the ES&D lore?
Oh God, the Grand Halen.
I would say right around Hartford, Connecticut.
No, don't do that to me. No.
The Grand Halen cannot be the New Haven. That is not approved. That is not approved.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Gamerboy10272003. Will this help with the copay for the 060? No, it won't, but it will help with the acquiring of adult beverages, which will help me feel better about it because, yeah, spoilers for tomorrow. I'm in debt again in Derail Valley already.
We survived one episode!
Two episodes! We made it 2 episodes without getting in debt. 3rd episode, yeah, oopsie. Peregrina, evening, thought of this when you watched the 4014 video. I remember the talk of keeping the train in tension, not playing accordion, etc. How does one manage that with a distributed power or getting a shove? That is a challenging thing that I've never gotten to experience, and I've always wanted to, because I've always had the same question. Because if you've got something shoving on in the middle or in the rear, if it's actually helping, and if it's like a rear end helper, you have to be in buff in front of it. You have to be in compression, otherwise it's not helping, right? So there's a point where the tension floats, and you've got the lead engines pulling, and the pushing engine at the back that's shoving, and then the tension compression zone's got to be floating in the middle. And it's more about keeping consistent effort between the two of them, as so far as I know, so that you're not rapidly changing where that transition point is. That's my understanding. I've never gotten to experience that. I've never had a shover helper situation, or I never got to run with DP on the big railroad as well. So it's like, that's kind of cool. Like, I would love to study that and see, like, okay, well, where does that happen and how does it happen? Because, yeah, you don't want to make a rapid transition, but if you make a smooth, slow transition, things are a little bit better. So on the scope of a big train, big freight train, I mean, freight doesn't complain, so if it's a little rough, it's probably not the end of the world when you're doing this sort of thing. But definitely it's, okay, well, the tension compression lives somewhere in the middle, and it's probably going to change a little bit as the track changes, and as long as you're not ripping it from 1 to 8, or you know, dumping the air, you'll probably be fine. William Grantham, good God. G'day. Sorry I can't stick around, but have some broken economy from down under for the big 100. Well, thank you, mate. Cheers to you. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know how to... I also don't know the conversion rate, but that's a big number. Thank you, friend.
That is a big number. Holy cow.
Cheers to you, William. I hope you're doing well and staying safe out there on the road. Physicist! We have become Jersenheimer, the destroyer of E-yards. Yes, well done, Jersey.
Have you seen that clip?
No, actually, I haven't.
That was a golden clip.
I would be happy to watch it on stream for the first time. If you want to live Hyce Reacts, grab me the clip.
1 minute.
While you're grabbing it, Modius, which engine in the museum has the biggest personality? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if any of them have a bigger personality than the others. 491 screws with you the most.
Really? I've heard that 20 screws with you the most.
No, 20 doesn't screw with you. 20 is really straightforward. 20 is the loudest. Like, she's literally the physical loudest and most rambunctious. But she doesn't screw with you.
She's predictable in
She's
that.
predictable in that way. And 20 and 346 firing wise are a tango. It's very fast. If you miss one step, they will stomp on your boot with their stiletto and puncture your foot, kind of thing. Versus 491 being a slow dance to Stairway. Like, hey, can we walk over here? No, I don't want to. No, come over. Okay. Like, very different environment. But 491 does all sorts of goofy things as far as like silly personality quirks, moving pieces of coal across the firebox, dumping steam cylinder oil down your ear. Yeah. That's 491.
I have
which clip?
I've sent you 2 clips to watch.
Okay.
The first clip is the nuclear warhead, and the second one is
They've already added nukes back into Dero Valley, or is this just you being
Mark.
Okay.
No.
All right. Let's see what goes on here. This is a clip from Jersey's stream.
Okay.
Oh,
Place
you
your
just got
bets.
just all the
Is my
ammunition
computer gonna make
cars.
it? I don't know.
Oh boy. Oh good God! You filled the whole thing with ammunition cars.
Oh my God.
Well, now I'm gonna have to do this. I've got more processing power than you. We're gonna have to do that.
So, for context, Antimatter did the math. The amount I've destroyed there, the force released from that explosion, is the same force or slightly greater than the Fat Man nuclear weapon.
Andy would do the math for
Auntie would do that math. Yeah.
Why?
Okay. So clip number 2 is this is the clip that was aforementioned?
Don't exist on any of the branches
It's fun.
because those are all the tracks on the shoreline. Even tracks are always
Or
on the
looking off in the distance for the
Oh, here we go.
east,
Hold
odd
on.
tracks are
I feel like this clip needs the
Please
boys
hit the box.
theme, like intro over it.
Oh,
No, I did see this.
yeah!
Oh my God.
I feel like this needs the boys intro.
You just jumped the telephone wire.
I did see that. So did you derail it automatically, or did it is that how it derailed?
It did that. It just did that.
That is glorious. Like the perfect, just like, oh, and we're off, and then
yeah!
the explosion minute. Yeah, that's mwah, chef's kiss, my friend. Very good.
This is an acceptable use of the New Haven paint scheme.
Right. Yeah, blowing up locomotives for sure.
The one acceptable use of New Haven.
Fly Junior 172 ESND/ESNDT/SDNS 060 skins. Hopefully this weekend. Possibly also going to release process skins to the engine crew. Oh, well, thank you, friend. I don't get to show off the skins in the video because, once again, I also forgot before I went to film, but also because I was running the SOS60. But anyway. Colton's Taylor, the pizza Discord call is one you'll never forget. Oh, God, we don't need to start that. We don't need to start the pizzaing again.
Please, no.
The great pizzas.
Jordan Freeman, Grand Halen and McGinnis paint scheme. McGinnis
No!
paint scheme.
No! No!
I don't know what the McGinnis paint. Oh, that is.
It's
the,
New
no,
Haven.
No,
That-
no,
that's
not
not even-
approved. Not approved.
That wouldn't be Grand Halen. That'd be New Halen.
Yeah, that. Oh,
New
no,
Halen,
no,
no.
no, no,
No, no.
Why?
Don't
Stop.
you do our
Don't
boy
you put
Eddie
this
that
evil on me,
dirty.
Ricky Bobby.
You can put that evil on Jersey, but you cannot put that evil on Eddie. Okay?
Yeah,
That's
fuck
true.
you.
We've spoken. There you go. Tyler McGonigal. 1 year! 1 year of beans, 1 year of trains, 1 year of shenanigans, 1 year of pure joy for me through a rough mental time. Love everything you do, and what you do really helps people. Hashtag nuggets for Brett. Why, thank you, Tyler. I know just what you mean. It's I've had my fair share of the unfun times too, as well, and you guys are always there and wonderful to experience things with as well as the audience side. So I thank you guys as well. This has been the most rewarding stuff I've ever gotten to do. So, Bruce the Batcat, take my last dollar. Well, take it back. It's your last one. Thank you.
Me first dollar.
William Osborne. Hyce, have you ever heard of something called a steam locomotive? Might be something you might have an interest in. Anyway, keep it up, Hyce. As is always a pleasure to tune in. Cheers to you. And again, I don't know the conversion rate, but that's a big number. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Let's see. We're almost there. Nazu! Thank you, Hyce, for the museum recs. I would love to head to the Colorado Railroad Museum, but the family's concerned about the mountains and the roads. They're not bad. Unless you're in the winter time. If you're in the winter time, it can be kind of whatever. But just keep your eye on the radar, and the roads are easy, usually, almost always. And the big the interstates, the interstates only close in the worst of times. So I wouldn't worry about it too hard, personally. Oh my God, that was the last of the top chest. We made it. We found the bottom of chat. Holy crap.
Yay!
Okay.
It finally happened.
We've made it. And then CoasterFan5363 gave me $1. Why, thank you. Okay, back to the questions. They're so far down that I haven't seen anything. Anyway, Mean Metal Mike 666. What steam locomotive at Strasbourg is better, the 475 or the 89? I don't care.
One of them found an end of track device.
I mean, yeah, I've only ever seen the 80. I've been to Strasbourg 3 times, and every time the 89 was the only thing hot. So I guess I would say the 89.
Well, I can. Well, from what little experience I have talking to people, 89 seems to be the favorite amongst
75's
the
a
crews.
big 75's a big deckless
89.
engine. So, yeah.
Yeah, 89 is a lot of fun. I have ridden behind it way too many times. I've been to Strasbourg way too many times in my youth. In fact, it's the
You
reason
from
I'm
New
here.
York?
Yeah, from that East Coast, bro.
Let's
Strasbourg
see.
is what started all of this, and the Red Caboose Motel has been my downfall as of late, monetarily wise.
It happens.
It happens.
And Mean Metal Mike's other question, what would a narrow gauge 462 Pacific for the Rio Grande look like? And what would have been if the narrow
Would
gauge
look
expanded
like
to Denver and Salt Lake City? The narrow gauge started in Denver and ran to Salt Lake City. They actually tore it up. So that's what, that they did that. It was 3-foot gauge, the whole thing. Don't listen to certain people that say that there was only 200 miles of narrow gauge. It was narrow gauge from Denver to Salt Lake at one point. And then they said, nah, this fucking sucks, and moved the rail over. Or dual gauged it, and then removed a rail. But either way.
Way south from Denver, too.
Yeah, because that was the way that they went to Salt Lake, was go way south, because they
Yeah.
didn't have the Moffat Tunnel for a long time. So they went down to Pueblo and Walsenburg, and then headed up over La Vita, and then up and over Tennessee Pass. Or actually, it wouldn't have been up and over Levita. It would have been just straight up over Tennessee Pass from right by you, not all the way down to Walsenburg. Walsenburg was the southern line. So anyway, yeah, so they did that. And what would a 462 look? They probably wouldn't have done a 462 for the narrow gauge. Just like, I don't know, I guess maybe as an extension of one of the T's for freight trains and stuff, or passenger trains, but they ended up using the K28s for that anyway. And because the K28s did such a good job, like they probably wouldn't have done something different there. And Mainline's there to say, yeah, Pueblo. And they would never have used a 462 on the narrow gauge. They only had 5 standard gauge 462s. Yes, thank you, Mainline. And while I'm seeing chat right there, Highball 5550, what kind of motorcycle was I looking at when I found the GTO? I was looking at an Indian Scout. Ooh. I think the Indian stuff's pretty cool.
Nice chat also says that 300 New Zealand is about $185.
God.
And
either way, Christ on a bike.
350 Aussie is about 235 USD.
Oh, cheers to you guys. Like, I'm always, thankful. So appreciate you guys. The two Williams from down under being quite generous today. So. Okay, let's see. EBT 1215. Did any narrow gauge railroads have water scoops like the Penzi? I'm going to say no, but somebody's going to find some example that says yes. So I'm going to say it depends, but probably no. And do I have any thoughts on
Not that you have seen.
Not that I have seen. Not that I've heard about, and I've heard about many. Do I have any thoughts on the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad? The only thought I have is I don't know how to pronounce it, and 2, I've never heard of it, so.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, Cuyahoga is
Cuyahoga.
I think the pronunciation. Yeah.
Well, one of you East Coasters, tell me, what is it?
Well, my experience there was the observation car had a leaky roof, and the conductor told me, "You're making that up," and tried to gaslight me into thinking that the roof was not leaking. When I kept replacing the napkins next to me,
that happened?
It kept leaking. Yeah, that's where that happened.
Tell me, how does an observation car roof leak?
You saw graphite on the ground. You didn't!
You didn't, because it isn't there! Yeah. Goodness. Okay, let's see. Not a real name, 6347. 2 questions. Second question has a hyperlink that relates to the question. Okay, let's see. First question. How common traditional box, or in the case of the Southern Pacific and whaleback tenders, were on the narrow gauge? How come no railroad used Vanderbilt/cylindrical tenders? I've got a feeling it's a loading gauge thing. Because you can get... I don't know. I almost want to do the area transform now. I would imagine you could get, for the same loading gauge, you could get a larger volume square tank than you could a round tank. And actually, no, by the way of circles and squares, 1,000% that's how that works. So narrow gauge needing narrow footprint, typically. One could argue that the Grand probably could have gotten away with it with the Ks, but yeah, it doesn't seem like any need to otherwise. So, and narrow gauge wasn't like that common, so there wasn't that much variety really. Like there was a lot of narrow gauge back in the day, but not near as much standard gauge. So, And the second question, talking about a video and a detail and oh, I actually looked this one up. I know the diagram he's talking about. Okay, this is actually kind of an interesting question. Let me pull up the picture here. Picture of a diagram of a locomotive. Okay, so here's the diagram of the locomotive. So the second question is, a couple months ago saw a video of someone reviewing a Lionel model of Grand Canyon 29. When you looked up to see how much detail accuracy Lionel did, you came across this blueprint. And in the blueprint, section views 1 and 4, the inside measurements for the pilot wheels and the number 4 drivers were narrower than the measurements on what applied to the 1, 2, and 3 in sections 2 and 3. Will you, to your best of your knowledge and experience, please explain why this was done, and if any steam engines at the Railroad Museum have this as well? We've seen the same thing on the different blueprints of a couple Northern Pacific steam locomotives as soon as you notice this. All right, so they're talking about, we've got, on this first view over here, we got 53 and an eighth between back sides of wheels. On the Pilot, 53 and a quarter, 53 and a quarter, 53 and an eighth again, right, on all these different wheel sets. And so you end up with, this is a 280, and you've got the middle driver sets at 53 and a quarter, and then the exterior ones at 53 and an eighth. So it's only an eighth of difference, and it's on the back side. And the idea is that this helps accentuate your lateral. This allows the engine to take curves better, because you're talking about the inside dimension between flanges. So you're moving the flange a little bit. You're not necessarily talking about a decrease in the overall width. Maybe you are, you might be, but at an eighth of an inch, you're talking about usually a 2.5 to 3 inch wheel tapered profile that rides the head of the rail. And so an eighth of an inch is pretty insignificant in that context, but when you're trying to navigate through a curve, that's actually pretty significant when you're talking about a relatively rigid wheelbase. And so it's not unheard of for locomotives such as this that are a little bit bigger on the wheelbase side to give a little bit of extra lateral, rather than by allowing the axles to move and providing for more lateral wear and forces on the rods and the boxes, but by actually making the inside dimension be a little bit smaller between those wheel sets. That's a great question, and with great diagrams. So, super cool.
Toaster Fan put in chat, the guy that gave the $1, his question. He tagged me. It's 5 messages below the latest super chat from Jordan Freeman.
Latest one from Jordan Freeman. Coaster Fan. What's your feeling of the new release that David Lee Roth did of Atomic Punk? You hate it so much. He did Eddie dirty. At least Kuda.
Oh, come on, dude.
Please take my money.
Shut the fuck up. We argued about this the other day on call. Let Dave be.
I will let Jersey answer it because I know not of what's happened, and maybe I don't want to hear about it. So,
yeah.
And then I believe we.
Kroom is the last top shed I didn't get, so we'll start there. Yeah.
Okay.
Kroom, usual order from McDonald's. I don't tend to go to McDonald's terribly often. If I'm honest, I'm a Wendy's fast food person, kind of through and through. On all fronts, I love all their stuff, and they have Coke Zero. And I am a Coke Zero whore. That is an altruism of me. So much so that I'm drinking my Jack Daniels with Coke Zero. Literally, right now. Not sponsored, but hey, Coke, if you're out there and you feel like sponsoring a small YouTuber, I will take it.
Have you tried the pre-mixed Jack and Coke?
I have, and I prefer the Jack and Coke Zero.
Because you can control your ratio. Got it.
Well, yeah. Controlling ratio, but also like regular Coke and the like... Not a huge.
So what you're saying is, when you come over for a gratuitous amount of pulled pork, have Coke Zero available. Got it.
Oh yeah, that's always appreciated by me. Yeah, literally.
How many 6-packs of Coke Zero were had at EBT? I think it was at least 3.
I was gonna say, I know I drank at least 2 of them, two of the 6-packs.
Yeah.
I know we bought like 3 or 4, but yeah. It turns out like all those weird mornings and nights, and yeah, there was lots of caffeine consumed on that trip. It was fun, and that trip was totally sober too. It's fun. But yeah, order from McDonald's. I usually roll the dice on the McNuggets, and 1 in 10 times they are awesome. 1 in 10, and then the rest of the time that's what the sauce is for. And because they're usually pretty bad, but the fries are almost always like solid because that's McDonald's. So yeah. Colton's Taylor. Hey, I can just give you my wallet. It's just had $20 and your Laser Force card and a folder of an old Soviet family photos with your face replacing the father's face. I don't follow. I don't follow, but old country we like this, so. Peregrina, you managed to stump the professor, I suppose. Anyone else play that game at college? Also, I'm going to see some Bizarre Choo-Choos at Cass at the end of August. Exciting. That is exciting. And I always like getting stumped because that means that I end up to then like go and do the startup effort of going to go read things because I recently, for the long train video at the museum, I pulled out my air brake book, and I actually sat there and read through it because I was like, wait, I want to make sure I get this description right, and I don't know. So I went and researched, and then I learned. So it's always good. I appreciate being stumped.
I'm hot micing because my parents are here for the week.
And you're just ignoring them being on stream? Casual.
I'm not ignoring them. I took them out to the museum today.
Do Goose's moms want to be on stream? Do Goose's moms want to review the museum live on stream? Somehow I think no is probably the answer, but...
I don't think they'd care.
Does Apollo want to review the museum live on stream?
Hasn't gone.
Metal. Oh, not that Apollo.
No,
that's right.
Not that Apollo.
You're Apollo.
My Apollo.
Yes. I mean, I'd like to see an African Grey tour the museum and just go bonk. Oh yeah, it's made out of metal because it all is.
That's the wow.
That's the wow. All right, Jordan Freeman. I'm going to exercise every ounce of patience I have with you, my friend. If you build a brand new Zoomy Boy, you can put a face on it for Day Out with Thomas, and the kids wouldn't know the difference.
Oh, those are fighting words.
Those are words that were spoken that I'm not enjoying.
We're going to leave that there. Just not going to say anything else. Austin, will End of the Line come to Spotify sometime? Yes. Wings and I were actually planning on releasing it several months ago, and we needed to come up with Burn 'em and Run art. And Wings and I are just tremendously busy individuals, and we haven't gotten around to it. So we shall get there sometime soon. So, anyway. Luna likes trains. How many likes do we need for a Hyce Midwest tour? Not many. Just some contacts of people that I can talk to guarantee that I can actually go there. Like,
also money.
And money. Yeah. I do have 2 trips planned for filming that I can spoil a little bit of, which is exciting. I'm going to go back to Ohio, which is kind of Midwest. In just a couple weeks, actually, I'm going to Ohio. I'm going to film at the Age of Steam Roundhouse, and I'm going to film at the Huber Museum for my family reunion, actually. And they're going to have some traction engines up and stuff. That'll be cool. And then in October, I'm going out to California around the Pacific Coast area in San Luis Obispo, and I'm going to get to tour some really cool private railroad stuff, which is very exciting. So that'll be fun stuff coming to the channel. We're getting some more tour type footage out there coming soon. So anyway.
And then we also have vague plans for next year.
Vague plans for next year, yeah.
Vague plans.
Kroom, you sweetheart. Including the previous chat, here's 12 for a 20-piece nugget, large fry, and a large drink. Enjoy. Why, thank you, friend. Next time I have McDonald's, it's on Kroom, everyone. Okay, let's see. Carrying on, Mick, do we have any other live questions that I should be getting to, or should I go back to the pre-asked questions?
I got a couple.
Yeah, okay, what you got?
Okay. From Pilot Pegasi, they got a blue silver lantern. Blue glass silver lantern. Why didn't the railroads use water tube boilers more? Too poor of water quality or just unnecessary? Again, congrats on 100 streams. Here's hoping for many more.
Huh.
I could... If Mark doesn't know, I could probably answer that.
I mean, the convention is fire tube, right? And I'm sure that volume of steam probably matters as well. The amount of volume that the cylinders take compared to the volume of the boiler. But I mean, Goose, you have more experience in that realm, so that's my quick guess. But you've got you know better.
Really, so it's really the fact that the whole water tube concept was based around marine engines, where you could have much larger boiler. And yeah, the engines were bigger, but you could have much larger
comparatively
boiler,
a much larger boiler, right?
Multiple boilers at that too. But yeah, it was really just a volume thing.
Question of volume. Okay, look at me. I guessed right. This feels fun. That's fun. Okay, what next? Mick, you're muted.
Yeah, I was getting to that. From Ghost Vixen. Hey, Hyce, has there ever been an incident at the Road Museum where an idiot thought they could beat a train? I'm assuming they mean in a race? A foot race?
I assume they
assume
mean
they mean
at
crossing.
the crossing,
Yeah.
and I cannot express my gratitude to the BNSF Railway for donating lights and gates. Oh
And
my
even
god.
then,
Goose,
even
then, there's still people that are dumb, but we have gone. It is so much better now. Like, you have no, like, I've personally dumped the train in anticipation of hitting something 5 or 6 times before we had the gates. Like, oh dear Christ, dump it within like 50 feet of the crossing.
I have,
Which I've never had to do
gotten-
since, but yeah.
I've gotten very close to slapping the hoods on some cars, but
I've seen that done before. Yeah, people are always stupid at crossings, and the museum, for whatever reason, people go, "Oh, it's a museum. It's trains. Like they're toy trains. It's a museum. They're old trains. They don't whatever." And it's still
they're
like
not as scary.
ridiculous. Yeah, I've had so many close calls. Never gotten like super close that I was scared. My closest call was actually not at the museum. It was at the Chehalis Centralia, firing a bomb. I mean the 15.
I was gonna say, it's the difference between those are domesticated while out everywhere else free range.
Yes, exactly.
But
yeah, the
whack people with.
at the Chehalis Centralia, there was one crossing where we're coming up to it, and I was riding along, and I was like, "Hey, why aren't we blowing for this private crossing?" And he goes, "Oh, well, we're, the owners, the house know about the railroad. They told us specifically, like, hey, we always check. We know about the train. Like, don't blow the whistle. It's really annoying. And it's super loud in our house and whatever." It's like, okay, so they had an agreement. They knew about it, whatever. They had a friend over or something, didn't give him the briefing, and we're coming up on the crossing, and their driveway paralleled the railroad. And there's this big, like, F-350 or whatever driving down paralleling us. And I see them, and I'm firing. And so I'm like, I am uncomfortable. I'm going to start ringing the bell. Like, no questions asked. And they pulled up, and they just never paid any attention, did not hear anything, did not see anything. They got halfway up on the crossing. Like, the passenger side door was on the crossing. Scott dumped the engine, plugged it, everything, and then blew the whistle as loud as he could as soon as he saw that they were going to be in the dynamic envelope. They weren't stopping. He got after it to, like, say, hey, get the F off. And it's one of those things of, like, you always wonder what is going through someone's head where they stopped, threw it in reverse with a big automatic transmission on a huge F-350, and then gunned it off rather than just sending it on the gas to get across. I don't know. Either way, we came like a foot from nailing and taking the front bumper off this car, and we would have, like, we stopped, but we were a car length, locomotive car length, 50 foot past the crossing. Like, had they not gotten off the crossing, we would have nailed them and ruined their day. It's just like, okay, like, what the hell, So, Dusty's texting me more lantern things.
You
You
got 'em
should
started.
also. This is one of the rare moments where I recommend that you go check the memes channel.
Oh God, me
Oh,
right now?
boy.
Yes, you.
Memes channel right now? What am I looking for?
It's like 3 or 4 posts
Aurora
up.
Borealis.
The Grand Halen?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Located entirely within your kitchen?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
I didn't even have to
Yeah.
plug my own name this time.
Yeah.
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 There's
Yeah.
your logo, people.
Yeah.
Work with it.
Yeah.
So
Put actual
Yeah.
speed lettering under it.
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah.
gotta be your profile picture now.
Yeah.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the original For credit where credit is due, the original is from Spinoto. Jersey recolored it to orange and black.
Beautiful.
Spinoto's in the call but muted.
You guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's all I can say right now. You pull the string out and it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we like this. This sparks joy.
This sparks much joy.
Yes.
These burgers. Yeah.
Eruption intensity.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Carrying on. Where were we at, Mick? What were we answering? Did we answer the question? I think we did.
I have a couple more, but you're probably good to go back to Super Chats. I actually don't have that many questions from chat this time.
Okay. I saw some people are asking. Check now, because there's some people I saw asking vague follow-ups to that, so probably hit those.
Most of the questions I've seen have been like, what are your thoughts on X Locomotive? I'm like, no, we're not doing those anymore.
Right. James Newman, would you, maybe Con as well, do a YouTube series on Greg's game Steam and Steel? Look to the channel on Sunday at the dawn of the second day.
On the dawn of the third
On the dawn of the third day, look to the west.
Look to the east.
Look to whatever direction you are from me. Look to that direction. Yeah, Con and I are starting. Hopefully, it'll turn into a series if it does well. You've noticed that we've pivoted and tried many things, and if this one doesn't work, Con and I might have to put our collab series on hold until we have something worth playing, which would be bummer. So hopefully this one works, because we had a couple other ideas, but they all kind of sucked. And
Ding dong, the RO's dead.
Yeah, ding dong, RO's dead. Yeah, pretty much.
The Wicked Witch
It's been dead for a long time. So.
Praise be.
Anyway. Train Spotter 454. What are my thoughts on the JL&L narrow gauge porters like the 58? Super cool. Talking about a brick shit house of a locomotive. Like, literally. Super cool.
Did you see they put it in the dirt?
I did see that.
Wait, who put what in the dirt?
The J&L put the 58 in the dirt with the
I
engineer experience thing. Like,
the brick.
Don't
I
worry,
appreciate-
guys. There's plenty of water above the crown sheet.
I appreciate them being really transparent. That's a really nice thing to see. But at the same time, like,
That's like
do
posting your L's.
you need to post your L's online? Like, right? Like, that's kind of where I sit. Like, I get it. Okay, they did it, and it's important to them. It's like, okay, like, I appreciate the transparency, but like, but did you need to? Shrug. I don't know. I guess it's better than like sweeping it under the rug and then like having it be like a foam or myth for the rest of time. Like, did you know that they did this at this op and the like? I guess it's better than that, but yeah. Anyway,
I still like that they have to use 132-pound rail for that chunky thing.
they don't. They fucking don't.
They
They
just do.
absolutely fucking do not. I get why they do. They just don't. And I sat there and I questioned when I saw those messages in the Discord, and I was just like, no.
I was gonna say that thing is smaller and lighter than everything we have at the museum.
The axle loading is significant on it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that significant. It's not as bad as the DNR-GW 50. The DNR-GW 50
60-pound
has 75. I don't know if we have any 60 on the main.
75.
It might be
I thought we had a little
60.
bit of 60.
There might be a stick or two of 60. I'd have to ask Art again, and Lord knows Art wants to teach me more track things so I can make more track videos that are educated. Because anytime I put a video out on track, Art is ready to call me out on it, which he damn well should. I mean, Art is the industry expert. He is the industry expert, and I'm the guy that played engineer designing stuff for 3 years. So, yeah. But it's always funny. It's like, okay, put out a video, and it's for the general public. And then Art like gave me a lesson on the things that I did wrong, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that he told me this. But it was like, oh, damn it. I got that wrong. But in details that the public would never care about for a public video, so it was like, okay, well, the nerds will learn at their respective establishments, and that'll be that. So anyway, Mo Pac-Man, what do I think of the drafting system idea? The what?
Huh?
Peregrina, if I'm allowed to say, why is it called a bomb? I mean, no one told me that I couldn't say anything, so here we are. Let me find a picture for you. We've talked about this on a couple different live streams. Oh, somebody else find that video. That's the reason why it became a bomb. That's not the reason why it is a bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, which thing is the bomb?
The Chehalis 15 with the burner just doing just melting the everything.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be worth it. But when did I go? When did I go to I should just search Chehalis in my pictures, and that would be way faster than me trying to remember dates. Yep, look at that. Hey, there it is. Okay, why is it a bomb? Because this is the firebox door sheet exterior. That's hole-to-hole cracking. And so here's the other side.
Extra crunchy.
And you can see some thickness and then some not so thickness. And then you go back to that first picture. And then you go, oh, that's even thinner. I put my calipers on that. And it was 0.118, if my memory serves right. It was 0.11 something. So less than an eighth of an inch. And the original thickness would have been like half 9/16-ish. And at MAWP of 200, it put it at a safety factor of like 0.8, which means that it should have yielded and failed at about 180 psi. And they were running it at 150 because they didn't need all the pressure. You go look through things, and you look through the firebox, and they have a cut line. I wonder why. 0.4 something, 0.4 something, 0.4 something, 0.39 something, 0.38 something, 0.182, 0.173, 0.217, 0.240 down here in the mud ring. Yeah, and the rivets that have just turned into just vomit. Yeah.
So that's roughly 3 millimeters for you metric.
Just
0.118.
Just garbage. Just garbage, scaled garbage that
All right, kids, today we learn a new word called foobar.
Yeah. It's a bomb. It's made in a bomb factory. They're bombs.
Excuse you. Foobar is 2 words.
It's actually
Foobar
one word
is one acronym that's fucked up beyond all relief. But anyway, or repair.
All recognition.
Or recognition, yeah.
Repair, recognition, either way.
But yeah, they've been like, they contracted folks out and had been working on it, and like new rivets and big weld, like properly treated welds and all sorts of good stuff, fixing it. So no longer a bomb. But yeah, for a bit they're real bad. But I haven't heard news lately, and I don't know if they ran out of money or what. But I mean, like, new steel that's shiny and pretty, and old groove, sad, wasted. Yeah. Lots of not ideal in that choo-choo. So that's why I call it a bomb.
Used to be cars that look better than that.
Yeah, it's far from ideal. Yeah. Did anyone find the video?
I am working on it.
This is working on it. Isn't one of the Mount Rainier engines going to Chehalis to run?
That was the plan. I think it may have fallen through. I don't know for sure. They were supposed to move it back in like over a month ago, and they didn't. And so apparently something's gone on, so we don't know if it's going to happen, but that was the plan, so shrug. I don't know. I haven't talked with the folks at Mount Rainier in a while, so I'm not sure.
Last I saw, that video was on YouTube.
Yeah, keep looking. If we find it, we'll come back to it. But I'm going to keep going through top chats until then. Colton's Taylor is you were just at the East Troy Electric Railroad, and they had a collision with their Chicago L train where a car tried out running the train and they got totaled. No one was hurt, and the only damage on the train was a bent ladder. Yeah, it's usually how that goes. Train things are big and heavy and not designed for collisions, so they tend to leave things pretty nasty. NEA Farm Kid. Fireman for 8 months. Man, 8 months sure does go by quickly. Love the content and keep up the great work. Was excited to chase the Empress this year until they moved the run back to 2024. I agree. I was excited and knowing that was going to happen too. But the fact that they pushed it back to next year honestly makes me feel better because the rest of my year is going to end up being super busy, I think. So I don't mind spacing trips out. So that'll be cool to see for sure. Josh M, I've seen some SLs in Japan use both coal and oil. I've heard that oil is supplemental. I'm just wondering why they would do this. That doesn't make any damn sense to me. The firebox setup is so different.
Hey, Mark, VC text.
Oh, did we find it?
I found it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, full steam ahead. Yeah. Okay. Why is it a bomb? Why is it a bomb, everyone? This is why it's a bomb.
Why is Gamora?
This should be a React video on my channel. When do they start doing choo-choo things? Here-ish. Okay. All fine so far. Nothing crazy. Yes, film the leaves. Okay, they're working the crap out of it now.
See the old in front of the camera.
Look at him go! That guy is so happy.
That guy is so happy.
Look at him go! The most alive he's felt in 30 years.
Just leave it in the corner in reverse and open the firing valve wide
all the way.
When your burner is bigger than the burner in the 4014.
Yeah. I think that is the biggest single burner.
They're bombs. Made in a bomb factory.
They're bombs.
Yeah, so that's not ideal. The railroad is comprised of good people. It's a good railroad. They're trying to do their best and they're trying to fund to get the steam engine fixed now. But yeah, it was in a sad state a while back, and they've been on the up and up and trying to get it refixed. But yeah, it's not been a bomb for a while because it's not been able to hold pressure for a while, to be fair. So anyway. Nazu, how do you spell this railroad? You're concerned. The Chehalis and Centralia. Chellalis and then ampersand Centralia. Yeah, there you go. It's worthy of worthy of a goose mom laugh.
They're watching a Netflix comedy special. Them and my brother.
I'm glad. Liquid Gold 93. Hey, Hyce, how's the GTO holding up? As a fellow 50-year-old muscle car owner, I hope there's not much currently broken at the moment. Knock on wood. There's not much that's broken at the moment. There's some stuff that needs attention, like the suspension that an idiot rebuilt. Oops.
Does that idiot happen to be here with us?
He does. He's actually on camera right now.
Can you point to the idiot?
Yeah. Right here. This is the idiot. This one. Meme
This is the
template.
idiot.
This is the idiot.
But you were only a quarter of one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, only a quarter of an idiot rebuilt it. That's the problem.
No, we had a stack
Yeah.
overflow.
And as I've been learning by chatting with ES&D train crew folks, I was not nearly drunk enough to rebuild that car apparently when I did, because I hated every minute of it. So apparently wasn't drunk enough. So yeah, thankfully, no, the GTO is pretty happy, and that's all good. I haven't driven it much because it's been hotter than fucking sin lately in Denver. and it has no AC.
That's fine.
So-
Oh, yeah, that would be an issue.
Yeah, so I've been like, it's a little too hot to drive it and enjoy it. So
have no idea what real heat is.
suck.
Oh, shut up,
fucking
man.
shut your face.
Arizona.
I lived there for 4 years,
Mi-
and it
mi-
was fine.
Mickley likes Doogie Howser. Okay, that's all I heard.
Goose.
You like Doogie Howser?
Goose, you weren't even
Have you
in
ever been to
Phoenix.
Venice Beach?
You ever been inside a Turkish prison?
Ever seen a grown man naked? Yeah.
I like movies about
No,
gladiators.
the GTO's good. I got my Subaru service today, and the Subaru tech rep had the balls to call me and say that my clutch needed replacement, and I was like, them's fighting words, asshole. And it's apparently my engagement is poor with the clutch in the Subaru, and it just. I was thinking about trading in the WRX earlier, and it just hasn't sparked joy for me. It's been a frustrating. Like, I like it, it's fun, but it's been kind of annoying and just kind of pisses me off in certain ways. And this was just like another thing to piss me off about it. So I'm like, not too happy with the daily driver right now. But
Isn't
unfortunately,
it like the newish one.
it's a 2019. It's not that old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that the guy that programmed the Bluetooth to have the symbol of a penis for a name also didn't know how to drive stick, apparently. So, anyway.
Oh, yeah, that was my Uber when I was leaving Florida. I feel like he wasn't using the clutch at all, but
oh my God.
what do I know?
The best entertainment
I was
has
getting
provided
nauseous in the back seat.
The best entertainment it's provided recently was I took a picture of my 412 cab in it, because I didn't think I was gonna be able to fit a 412 speaker cabinet in the back of the WRX, and you can. You just have to just barely kiss it in there and make sure it scoops down on the bucket just right, and you can fit a Marshall 412 cab in there. And one of my bandmates in my cover band drew a picture of a giant vape. He's like, I didn't know how you fit that in there next to the vape, and I was just like, shut up. Super funny. That is the nature of those cars. But yeah, it's not been sparking joy, and until someday mere mortals will be able to purchase and afford the GR Corolla from Toyota, at which point I shall replace it. But not for a while. Single tier. Anyway.
So, just to address chat real quick, they're talking about heat and whatnot. Mark, what's your temperature right now?
It's probably 90.
It is almost 7 o'clock p.m. here, and it is 113.
Run a little bit hot tonight.
I bet your house has AC that works all the way through the house real nice.
It's an apartment, and sort of. My PC corner is the furthest away from the unit, so it gets the hottest.
It's like 82 right now, Mark.
It is 82 right now. I checked. It's not like 90. It's hotter than F in here because I've got a 7900 XTX that provides more heat than the outside in here anyway. So, I'm Mick, and all I have to talk about is things being hot. Cries.
Hey man, as a resident of Arizona, it is.
That's the
part of
one
the
thing we
contract.
That
have.
is the one thing.
We have nothing else. Yeah. Those SLs that had it were retrofitted with a small oil bunker, and it seems to have an atomizer that just sprays the oil in through the fire door. That's bizarre, man. I'd love to see pictures. Ping me in Discord with that or email it to me. Colton's Taylor.
I don't know anything about those things, and I know that's bizarre.
That's bizarre. Colton's Taylor 71 Cadillac wants death. Well, it might just be King Theoden.
Death!
Death! That was my favorite moment of the stream watching Titanic. With the engine crew, was realizing that King Theoden played the captain in Titanic. Just like, death! And we're going down. Yeah, that was very good. Anyway, I guess we'll hit a couple more of the pre-asked questions, and then maybe pivot to Derail Valley, although we probably should do the music here before, because I said we'd do music here, and I want to do a separate stream to keep the themes the same, I think. Anyway, let's see. Jello's Trains. What are my opinions on heritage units, and do I have a favorite? I don't care. And no, I don't. I've seen some, like, they're neat to see. It's like, ooh, variety. That's fun. But that's about all the fun I get out of them. So.
Cold1.wav.
Cold1.wav. You know it. Daniel Lewis, 1789. If any passenger/commuter op had a historic locomotive program, what locomotive would you want to see them use, and in what modern livery? For logistics reasons, I'm assuming we won't see, say, 611 in VRE hauling a full consist of pie levels into Washington Union, but posed a photo shoot is at least practical for most equipment combinations. You want to see 5550 get a shot at hauling the Northeast Regional at track speed, but I doubt they'll risk the Northeast Corridor for that. I doubt that too. I think what would be reasonable and would still be attainable would be something like the 5629 in its present livery, hauling shit into Chicago like it did. There were steam commuter engines that were timed to do that, and they probably kept up with the diesel engines because it was a short enough consist. Would love to see like 5629 or any of those 05s run into Chicago on Metra, and if you had to slap a Metra logo on the on the side of the tender, then like, okay, you know. Let's see. Matthew likes trains 9696. What's my favorite breed of dog? That's how it's written. What's my favorite breed of dog?
Bread.
I'd say
the dog of bread is dog. I like biscuits personally.
Bread.
I prefer a nice toasted sourdough.
No,
I could go for donuts.
Real talk. A good biscuits and gravy, and I'm talking tasty biscuits and gravy.
Dude.
That is to die for.
I will say, I do miss that significantly. I did used to date and was engaged to a woman from Georgia, and she made the best damn homemade biscuits. That is something that I miss to my core. The biscuits and gravy, yes. Anyway, breed a dog. I don't know. When I was a kid, I loved Dalmatians, and they're from Old Country. Fun fact: they're from Dalmatia, which is the region in Croatia that my family's from, which is kind of funny. But these days, I don't know if I have a favorite breed of dog. I think Aussies are cute because I had an Aussie for a little bit.
Aussies are adorable.
They're adorable. They're too high energy. I could not put up with one like as a single dad, like single dog dad. Could not do that. I would need something more chill. But
I love all the big dogs. The one I have at home is a Staffordshire Terrier Husky Boxer mix.
Oh,
she is energy incarnate.
Oh, God. A big dog that's full of energy is like, that's extra hard.
She's not big. She's like 50 pounds.
Okay, medium, medium, yeah. I
used
love.
to have a Great Dane that was the biggest lap dog.
One of my favorite.
She took 14 and a half. Sorry, what were you saying?
That's a big. Great Danes are horses. They're not dogs. Change my mind. Okay, all right. Side note.
Oh, I've got a picture to show you.
Side note. I wish I had a picture of this. My mom actually runs a luxury pet care service in Seattle. Like, that is her job. She takes care of the fancy people's dogs and whatever, and exercises them for them and boards them and a number of different things. That's the business that she runs. And she used to have a Great Dane as one of her clients, and the Great Dane would sit in the passenger seat of her Honda Odyssey, and she'd have the sunroof open, and the dog's head would be out the top of the sunroof while it was sitting in the seat.
I've got a couple
just
of
a
old
big
pictures.
gosh darn dog.
This is back in like 2014.
You want
If you
this
look
on
at
stream?
VC text.
Okay.
Dealer's choice.
I get to look at Goose's dog, and no one else gets to look at Goose's dog. That's what I just heard. That's a cutie.
That was my Wilson back in New York. He was liver and white, and look at the eyes.
Oh, that's what you. Oh, you had a Dalmatian.
Yes, that was my puppy.
Mark also VC text.
Oh, that's
So-
Caboose's Dalmatian for you guys. He sent it to me on my phone, so that's a cutie.
Oh, that's adorable.
Who's this
brown
child?
eye
Who is this child attempting to ride this
and
horse?
one blue eye.
I was gonna say that one you can show on stream.
Yeah, this is Goose as a child.
Yeah.
Your Aragorn
child.
hair. Your Aragorn hair is much better than this vibe, by the way.
Yeah. That's
And
the thing. I
yeah,
had that haircut for like 20 years. My entire life before I started growing it out.
you've made better decisions with your life, my friend. Just
I
saying.
have.
Yeah,
good dog.
that wasn't working for you. Sorry.
The only
tell ya.
other big dog that I can think of that I love. But we could do Hyce lore though. Okay, two other big dogs I can think of. The one that I was thinking of is that Hellbot, our drummer's dog, actually drummer's wife's dog, Benson, Anatolian Shepherd, 130-pound big boy. He's probably about 15 now. He's still kicking. Good for Benson. We love Benson. Such a cutie. So ridiculous. He would love to shake and like just have you hold him. Like he'd love to come sit in front of you and just he'd give you his paws and just want you to hold him and just be with him. And it's just like, oh my god, you're so sweet. But
that was my Great Dane.
The thing that's funny about him is that he loved to howl if everyone else or enough people were into it. And so you'd all be kind of like doing the howl thing and you'd go for it. And there was one time we were talking about band politics stuff and we had the radio on and Steppenwolf's Magic Carpet Ride was on in the other room where Benson was. And we start hearing him howl and we're like, what the fuck's going on? And we walk in and we realize he's picking up on the synth scooping in the kind of breakdown section. And it kind of sounds like a dog howling. And he was picking up on it and he started howling with it. It was just like, oh my god, you're so cute. Yeah, so we love, we love dogs. Dogs, all animals are great. But
all animals.
We wanted the Hyce lore. And I recently remembered this lore and then shared it with a couple of the ES&D folks. We haven't talked about it on a stream yet though. So this is fun. Let's see. All right. So, children of the 90s may recall this fact that there was a movie called Beethoven that was about a Saint Bernard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And children of the 90s that saw the B-sides of things may recall that there was a sequel called Beethoven Second, where Beethoven, the Saint Bernard, went and had a family. And then there's the little spiky-haired little baby puppy Saint Bernard right there. That's my childhood dog. That is Leia. That is my dog from when I was a little kid.
Saint Bernards are the sweetest things. Incredibly
my mom,
drooly.
oh god, so
Incredibly
drooly. My mom had the connection with whatever somehow. I don't know how she did it, but yeah, that's Leia. The spiky haired. I don't remember what she was called in the movie, but the one with the spiky hair that was always the thing. That is my childhood Saint Bernard. First dog I ever had. Older than me. And we ended up getting rid of her. Like, she bit someone or something. I don't remember what the thing was, and it was unfortunate, and that was that. And so she went and whatever. Single tear. But yes. So
you want a funny?
Yeah. Do I want a funny? Always.
Memes.
In memes. Go to memes? Okay. That's not the too much booze face.
That's not.
That's pretty good, but we like
Oh,
this.
holy shit!
No, but we like that more. We like that more. We like this more. Yeah. Yeah.
Going
That.
all the way
Fucking
to Star
that,
Wars.
man. Give me that.
Right there.
Yes. Start
That's
that
how you
shit
do it.
now. Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
timing.
that's beautiful.
Oh,
So
Good
good.
timing.
So good. So good.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
The Grand Halen. We like this.
Uh-oh.
It's beautiful.
Now you just gotta do the stripes on the front and the back.
Yeah, you gotta get the crazy Van Halen stripes on the nose and the tail to truly do it. Apropos, I think that's the way to do it. So
My Discord crashing.
it's fine. It happens. All right. Let me do a couple more of these pre-asked questions. We'll do a couple tunes, then maybe think about Dero Valley.
I think I'm gonna go mini golf with my family since I leave tomorrow. So
go do that. Go enjoy. Go say hi to moms for me.
I will.
Later, Goose.
Anyway, peace.
AJ Pelton 7918. EMD or GE? Before 2000 EMD, after 2000 GE. That's how I'm gonna delineate it.
What about that weird red GE at the museum?
Is that one of the cog engines?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
That's gonna be a no from me. I've ridden in them. They're terrifying.
I'm sure they are. Southernwood Gaming. If I could choose any very small museum on the East Coast to help get back on its feet, which would it be? I'm going to punt that question to Jersey because I do not know any very small museums on the East Coast.
Hang on.
Whoa,
before he answers,
oh, come on.
I will wager 100 Monopoly dollars that he's going to say the creek.
No, stay away from the creek.
You don't want Hyce to fund the creek? Okay.
Bro, I don't volunteer there anymore, but I won't get into it.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know. Good museums on the East Coast, little ones. Definitely the Bell Dell, which is in New Jersey. That's the place that has Susquehanna 142. Shout out to Casey. Reading in Northern. Well, that's not a small museum. Reading in Northern's nice. If you could make it,
it's not
down
small,
during
nor
the...
is it a museum. But
no, well, I mean, it's a hell of a ride. An actual good museum up my way, although I think they're only open 1 or 2 days a year, is the United Rail Historical Society up in Boonton, New Jersey, which is really good.
What about the WKNS?
The WK... Oh my god, the WKNS. Go there. Go there. It is this little operation. It's in the same area as Reading and Northern. Oh my god. It is just so quaint. It is so nice. You want to get away from people and just ride a really scenic little train ride? That's the place to go. Wanamaker, Kempton, and Southern. All of you that live in like the East Coast, like Northeast, write that down and go visit it. They deserve your money. Give them your money. They deserve it. And in September, they're trucking in a steam engine. I think Visco 6 or whatever to celebrate, I think, the 60th or some anniversary of theirs. Again, very great line. Go visit it. Other museums, I don't know. New Hope's always nice. New Hope in Ivyland. God, B&O Museum. B&O Museum. Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Museum.
that museum's
Greatest
cool, but
actual museum.
in terms of a museum that needs to be helped getting back on its feet, I think they've gotten that hand over fist already. But
Oh, back on their feet?
yeah, that was the
back
point.
That
Not
was
just
the question?
yeah, not just cool places to go.
Jesus.
But-
Right. Well, no, Kempton, yes. Kempton,
Yeah.
absolutely go there. Oh God.
Camden definitely is a place that really deserves to get back on its feet. It's a wonderful little place. And Midland Lord, that's actually where I had my first cab ride.
Well, how about that?
Well, Steamtown.
Well, on that bombshell, I'm gonna answer one more pre-asked question, and then I'm gonna finish my top chats. Then I've got to race like a piss horse, and then we'll get to a little music things before we restart stream and pivot to Derail Valley. So, the last question pre-asked, very important, from @GuppyBob, aka Brett Weebold. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Anyone? No one?
You're the one
probably
supposed
heard
to
of that.
answer the
Bueller?
questions. You're supposed to give us.
I have to do both. Okay, I have to do both parts. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument.
See?
Horseradish isn't either.
Look, I can play the shit out of a tub of mayonnaise. Don't you doubt me.
I don't want to know more.
Somebody,
The entire chat collectively sighed.
All right.
Somebody please clip the Squidward laugh.
Let me get these top chats. Then I'm gonna run and pee, and then we'll do a little music. John Deere Boy, give me tinnitus via 12 string. Gladly, sir. Gladly. Patrick McNeely, they haven't done blasting yet. The cutoff Facebook group thinks that the Historical Society is still reviewing everything. We'll get the blasting at some point. Oh, so your tunnel hasn't been caved in yet, Jersey. It's been 2 weeks still then. That's cool. Or not caved in. Daylighted, I suppose.
Well, only partially.
Only partially. Redline Overload Productions. Does the Grand Halen Diesel start playing Panama when a clear signal comes up? No. When a clear signal comes up, everyone knows this in Grand Halen lore that's just been made up off the top of my head. Everyone knows as soon as you get a fucking clean signal, the intro to Hot for Teacher starts playing from the engine. Like, duh. Like, we need that mod next of you put it in notch 1 and it just starts going. Yes, that. Yeah. Each notch of the diesel throttle starts a different part of the song. And notch 8 is just Dave just going, wow!
Clipped your mic again.
Shocker. When do I not? Okay, let's see.
The horn is Panama.
Panama! Okay, this is a semi-related tangent, but one of my favorite things I ever did as a mod for a video game was for TF2. I modded the gun sounds of all the miniguns in TF2 so that when you held them at the ready with the right mouse button so that you had them spun up and at the ready, that they would play the breakdown of an AC/DC song. Each one was a different one. When you're shooting, it was going to play the chorus, and then when you started getting crit bullets, it would play the guitar solo. And so you'd have the regular minigun, it would be playing Shoot to Thrill, and you'd have it spun up, just ready to go, and it'd just be doing the and then it would go to, you know, oh, it was so good. Just a shit post. One of my favorite things. Yeah. Anyway, Van Halen from the Horn, same thing.
Basically Guitar Hero, but TF2.
Guitar Hero, but TF2, but you had no control over it. Well, I mean, you had some control over it, but it was just like
crits.
But you got the crits, and then you get the guitar solo, and you're just like, yeah! It's the best thing. Yeah.
All right, so we've got the Grand Halen lore, we've got the horn, we've got the engine. What's the ding ding?
Hi-hat. Alex Van Halen hi-hat.
It doesn't fit the Grand Halen lore, but I almost kind of want the hollow pipe sound from the Motley Crue Wild Side as a bell.
Oh, no.
That kind of, yeah, I don't know. Fuck Motley Crue. Anyway.
So, again, unrelated, but it could be a cowbell.
Oh,
no, shut up. No,
Needs
shut
more
up.
Cowbell.
It does need more cowbell.
More cowbell.
No, this does not spark Grand Halen joy. That could be a different shit post.
Not spark joy.
That can be the Blue Oyster Cult shit post, which somebody needs to find a way to make the Blue Oyster Cult name fit on a Montana railing skin so that it can be blue, and then you can put the bell in there as the cowbell, and then the horn is just Christopher Walken saying, "My name's Bruce Dickinson. I put my pants on like anybody else, one leg at a time. But when these pants are on, I make gold records."
Oh, cool. I'm about to blow up the entire Explodey Boy yard again.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, top chats, right. Jello to meow. Kind of late, but my dog howls at me playing the sax. Well, that's fun. Tyler McGonigal, is there any 3-cylinder non-logging 3-foot engines? None that I've heard of. There's probably some, but none that I've heard of. Let's see. Oh god, the chat just scrolled down. It always does this. Brian tells, "Damn, I wish this was going on sooner. Also, evening been getting back to the museum here in OKC like you've been wanting to." Oh, good. Gifting 10 memberships. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Tyler McGonigal, I know we like to trash on RO, but how easy or hard would it be to fix the game to make it how you envisioned the game. Hashtag Montezuma Fund. It would take a lot. There are so many things in like netcode and stuff that make the game frustrating to play. That's like crazy programmer stuff that I would never understand. There's a lot of stuff in like sound and visuals and like making things sound right and feel right that I feel like wouldn't be too hard to figure out. I'm not entirely certain if I could figure them out, but if I had time to actually work on something like that, maybe, put something together that could do that. But I don't know. I don't think it would ever work out for Railroads Online. QMA kind of made it clear that he didn't really want to work with me, so that was kind of that.
And a side note on that, as hello programming major, if you've never worked on a coding project as a group, like a group coding project, if you're trying to quote unquote fix someone else's code, it can range from mildly irritating to straight up impossible.
I can only imagine
the entirety of a video game made by a German, so his comments are probably all in German. You'd have your work cut out for you.
Right. So I mean, it's gonna be his thing, and that's gonna be that, and it's kind of a bummer, but is what it is. Lord knows that like when I took a couple programming classes in college, but like I was not good at it. That was not my thing. I'm not a programmer. Like I am such the person that just kind of staples crap together that like, look there, it's good. Ship it. Like it would not be sustainable for anything like that, actually, seriously. So
side note on that, my specific degree was a mix of programming and electrical engineering, and I've seen a couple of the documents that you had to look at for switch relay circuits and whatnot.
Right.
That is arguably more difficult to do than code.
Oh, yeah, the logistical, actual physical programming of actual signal systems, like, that's different. That's not writing, though. That was reviewing in my position, and that's just following flow charts, like understanding how the flow works.
So,
but
I've seen what it is. That was a decent chunk of classes that we studied was how to read and understand diagrams of how the electrical circuits work. That's not easy to learn.
There's a lot that goes into it, and I mean I never did like circuitry stuff really, but the signal stuff was all logic based, and yeah, it's a whole thing, but it doesn't translate to like hardcore actual programming. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Is there a way to fix Railroads Online? Maybe. That's up to QMA, and maybe he will, and maybe the game will get a great update, and we'll play it again. But right now, it just literally hurts my soul to play, so I'm not gonna play it. Brian tells, what economy? What economy? Why, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Economy? What's that?
We've thrown it out the door.
We had
James
one of those?
James Edwards. The bell could be eruption. That's a vibe.
Yeah.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe that I could be for. Colton's Taylor, hear me out, V8 Heisler. That would actually be kind of kick-ass, because most of the Heislers are only V2. I mean, it'd be ridiculous, but it'd be cool. But that's the end of the top chats. I still have to pee really bad, so I'm gonna be right back. Entertain the folks, and then we're gonna do music.
Yay.
Entertainment. What I heard was free reign to say whatever I want.
You want to be entertained?
Something, join the Discord and subscribe and like and do the thing.
Subscribe.
We are all here solely for shilling purposes.
Yes.
We will use the entertainment section for shilling and nothing more.
Hey, Mickle, you should probably spam the Discord link for those that don't have it.
I'm getting it.
You mean you don't have it memorized?
Hey, you should spam Twitch links for me because I need money.
I already did that.
Yeah, but you only did it once.
He did
But
plug you.
we weren't talking about your stream any other time.
Well,
And
now
I had like
now
3
I'm
people
talking.
comment in chat like,
Well, how about everybody watch my streams and give me money like you give to Mark because I need the money more than he does, debatably.
That's not how you do it. You go, hey, everybody watch my streams, and if you want to give me money, that's great. If not,
no. You see, it's optional.
hey,
it's
look,
optional for him.
Mainline's got you covered. Mainline's got you covered.
Yeah, he's got me covered. He's like my number one
got
fan.
your back.
He's got your back.
Alternatively, you could subscribe to my Twitch channel, which isn't monetized, and throw non-existent money at me.
You don't ever stream though.
I know. I need to start streaming more.
Caboose, are we ever going to have a live Caboose work session on Twitch?
Possibly, if my painter ever, like, finishes the job that I'm paying him to do.
Fair.
Admittedly, the rain has been crazy lately, and you can't really paint when it's raining, and you can't really paint when it's 40-mile-an-hour winds on a outside structure, so I get it.
You can. You can.
Yeah, it's not
well, but you can.
Can and should are two very different things.
Two very different things. I've returned.
Oh, he's back.
Person has pinged you in general, and it looks like the retrofitted oil thing.
Okay, let me see. Okay, this is model train though.
I think it's the model train that they just took pictures of to demonstrate what it's like on the real thing. The first one looks like it's probably a real picture.
Yeah, the first one looks right.
So it's oil spray.
That is so fucked.
You cut out for like most of that. What did you say?
That is so fucked.
Well, they did that in marine boilers in like the transition era. They basically used oil to spray it over the bit of coal, and it got more efficient heat output out of it. So it's not completely out the window, but it's still kind of like splitting hairs, I think.
More hot, more better?
Weird.
More hot,
I
more
guess
better.
you get more secondary air type burning. So
See, I'm thinking of this from like my old stationary boilers where we could run on natural gas or diesel. And
ooh, good
if
call.
ooh, shiny noisemaker.
ew. Let me tune this. Let me tune it. Keep going.
Let's tune it. But thinking of it from like my dual fuel boilers, and if you tried to run both at the same time, well, you went to outer space.
That doesn't sound fun.
Well,
No.
safety shut and send it.
That sounds like something that we should not recommend at all.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, it didn't allow you to do such things.
All right. Well, we're gonna pivot to doing music things on stream here. So
Yippee.
And now becomes a
I
time
get
where I deafen and watch the stream instead because Discord Mike's sad.
Yep. Yeah, and
Discord
I mute
might be
deafen
very
here.
sad.
So here we go. We're gonna do 12-string in honor of John Deere Boy, the new 12-string. This is I almost want to not play over it because I love the new version, like entirely, and I have a new mix since the one you guys heard, and did you know that you can hear me through my guitar? Listen to that. Can you hear the echo? Unpotted pickups, man. Wacky. That's fun. Anyway. Yeah, time for No Ears. Let me get it pulled up. They changed the interface on this thing. All right, here we go. I gotta break my own volume too. Here we go. Oh, man. I fucking love how that song turned out. Fucking love it. The guitar solo. Yeah, there's, yeah, there's some feels that happen there. I don't know why, but you love it. Tyler McGonigal, when will Hyce make an appearance on Local Royale? As soon as freaking Ellis can work me in, man. Bryant Towels gifted 10 memberships. Jeez, thanks, man. And says the guitar face for the solo is exactly what you'd imagined it would be. Yeah, we like that one. That solo. Yeah, very, very happy about that. That song's in the Discord in Music and Art. It'll eventually be released when I finish it. It's tentatively finished for now. It's just called 12-string. 12-string Final Mix 8. I don't know, Weezer, we could pin it in the Discord. Yeah, it's just in Music and Art. Just pin it. Yeah, we'll have to pin it. I don't know, what do we play next? I can't play Angus. I can't play AC/DC because AC/DC means that no one else can watch the stream ever again. Game to play whatever else, though, that I know. What else do you want? Like, that was the thing. New album when dies. Free Bird. I mean, you could play Free Bird. Been there, done that. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Tuesday Sunrise. That's a fun one. Let's see. Goodness, it's apparently very far back that I posted that, so I'll repost that and then we'll ping that later. Anyway, I don't know Weezer, but somebody did say, "What about Smells Like Kenosha live?" And you know what? Why not? We're gonna play Deer Valley after this in a separate stream, quick intermission, and so might as well. Let's do that. We haven't played Smells Like Kenosha live in a minute, and you'll get to see me attempt to transpose on the fly because I'm in E-flat tuning. Mickley pinned it. Good boy. Thank you, Mickley. It kills me how much of that song I remember after like 2 years of recording it, you know? Well, shoot, guys, that was fun. We are going to we're gonna pivot. We're gonna play some Derail Valley. It'll be a fresh stream. I need to use the restroom and like reset and so like give me 10 minutes maybe, and then we'll be on another stream. Let me make sure we didn't miss anybody else. We had James Edwards, conductor for 7 months. Wow, that song is awesome. Glad you think so. And we had Bryant Tell. So you're playing Smells Like Kenosha, but what are you drinking tonight? Jack and Coke Zero, pre-mixed, because, you know, fun stuff. And Pilot Pegasi, got to get the piss cups out for the DV stream. There's a stack of them back there. My 412 cab that I usually have behind me that has all the things on it is actually downstairs because I have a gig with my band tomorrow. So I don't have it up here because it's big and heavy, and I moved it early to test some stuff. I can fit it in my car. So yeah, it's not up here. So the P-cup pyramid can't be there because there's no place to put it, but I have a stack. So anyway, next to Montezuma drawings and some nice things from the viewers and the Roland album, the Hellbot album, and then my mechanical engineering degree that some idiots don't think I have. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on Derail Valley.